Blacklist Hunter here, and today we're going to talk about Knov, the hunter who was part of the Chimera anti-extermination team and who probably has one of the coolest abilities in the entire show. Knov was introduced when he and Chairman Netero show up alongside Morel at the NGL border, where Killua was looking hopeless and defeated after running from Pitou while Gon was still unconscious. Morel was being provocative and he was underestimating Killua, almost insulting him for running and the lack of confidence Killua had shown, while Knov did basically the same thing really, and Killua stated that now that he knew Nen, he could tell Netero, Morel and Knov were powerful, but he still couldn't see them taking out Pitou, based on what terrifying aura he experienced, while Knov replied to Killua that his judgment is clouded and he is overrating things because Killua clearly was in a state of panic. Ultimately, Knov brushed Killua off by telling him to go home and leave the rest to them. When Netero took a look at Pitou, he stated that that thing is stronger than him, which made Knov reply in a surprised manner, stating that the chairman must be joking as no hunter would be able to stand a chance against Pitou if Netero couldn't, while Netero, as we know, said that now he is pretty much equal with Knov and Morel, which a confident Knov replied that he is already strong enough. About this statement of Netero, we know very well it's not true, and it was stated later by Knov himself that the chairman is still much stronger than he and Morel. Knov is definitely an experienced hunter in his own field. Up until fighting the Chimera ants, he probably has taken and successfully completed many difficult missions. His ability is perfect for stealth missions and very adaptable to any situation, especially for taking out people. That's why Netero picked Knov and Morel, not just because they are strong and with a lot of experience, but they also could combine their abilities perfectly. Knov and Morel devised a plan and took out many ant squadron leaders and officers by covering the entire forest with smoke, and Knov used his ability as traps, transporting the captured ants into the Nen rooms where Netero was waiting to destroy them. Knov is certainly smart, very knowledgeable and very calculative, a genius at devising strategies because he certainly assesses a situation quickly, and he is a very calm individual, although he did transform completely later as he had never encountered something like the Royal Guard's aura. Although I doubt Knov is very strong in hand-to-hand combat, he certainly has some skill at it, but if we are talking about skill, he has the highest skill points in stealth, infiltration. I say that takes even a higher degree of talent than simply displaying brute force. So in his own field, Knov is certainly the best at it. In East Gortau, he showed remarkable stamina, moving from building to building at a fast pace, cautiously taking out Pitou's puppets with extreme low difficulty. Knov even noticed Flutter, the Chimera ant, which observed from above with the Nen flies, and what's remarkable, he instantly broke down its role as a scout and figured out that the dragonflies around the city were Flutter's ability. Ultimately, Knov took him down. Knov's Nen affinity is a mission. His ability allows him to transport in and out a Nen dimension. This Nen dimension has 24 rooms, and Knov activates this ability by touching the ground or a wall, and he draws a circle symbol infused with aura by his hand. Every room in the dimension is separated from the others. Each portal Knov has created is linked to a specific room. When Pitou deactivated the N around the palace, Knov deducted that it's not a trap, so he took action. And here we see possibly the best feat of Knov and his downfall. Knov knew it was extremely dangerous and he was scared as well, but still took this mission on his shoulders and carried it to the very end. A true hunter to his core, he made it his mission to infiltrate the palace. In the high intensity rain, he made his move going towards the palace while covering himself with grass, and under the low visibility of the night, running and dashing swiftly. Knov had the objective of placing the entrances and the exits. He was near the end range of Pitou and still had enough willpower to overwhelm his fear. So basically he had more willpower than fear. His willpower pushed him towards the palace. Truly a great character. He had had immense fear but still went towards his mission. Knov even thought as long as they kill the king, it doesn't matter if they get sacrificed by losing the other 3 fights. Knov went close to the walls of the palace even though he had no idea if they were any squadron ants on guard, or worse, the royal guard standing there waiting to ambush. Knov made it to the grounds of the palace where 5,000 people were kept into cocoons and quickly deducted that they were Nen weapons to attack humanity. Knov is really intelligent. He is able to come up with various possibilities and analyze them on the spot, coming up with the best course of action. He was so skilled he infiltrated and managed to enter close to the central staircase of the palace. He was able to place bunch of his Nen portals under immense pressure of being detected or caught. Knov quickly and swiftly eliminated an ant soldier with his Nen scream ability, which allows him to open a portal between his hands by which he decapitated the ant without making a sound. Ultimately, Knov reached the staircase and he couldn't go any further when he saw the royal guard spoof aura, which even though it was less malicious than Pitu's, it shocked Knov to a extreme degree. He had never seen such terrifying aura before, and Knov stated that he doesn't fear death at this point, but the possibility of the chimera ants torturing him to the point he can't handle it, and ultimately he would reveal every single piece of info he had on the king. He activated the portal layer at that point, which was extremely crucial for the mission. Knov left the palace extremely broken down mentally. His will had shattered and he contemplated for a bit that Gon and Killua, unlike him who saw the aura, they touched the aura, and he was shocked on how they still have the will to fight these terrifying creatures. Knov is a true hunter. Basically, he had the courage and the will to finish the mission even though he certainly was scared, as most would be under such extremely dangerous situations. I don't think many hunters can complete what Knov did. There were so many hurdles and things that could go wrong, but Knov kept telling himself to move and act even though he was terrified to the bone. Knov made it possible for the other hunters to enter unexpectedly and catch Yuppie by surprise. That wouldn't be able had it not been for Knov. Knov is clearly a high level hunter, a master user of his Nen affinity, and a highly perceptive and intelligent individual. His ability is regarded as extremely unique and praised by even other hunters. Even after the trauma had advanced to a higher degree, Knov did appear in the palace after the Yuppie fight to help Shoot, transporting him to get medical aid. A truly marvelous character is always by Togashi. I never get tired of this show. Its characters are so unique. The story is so beautiful.